Hey everybody, my name's Len, and that's Gus. Say hi, Gus. Gus is in his usual fine form. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning person, people, viewer, subscriber, all that good stuff, welcome back. Anyways, we're heading up to a place called the Diablo Lake Trail. This trail goes from the Diablo Lake Dam all the way up to the Ross Lake Dam. Anyways, we're gonna head up there, so stick around. This trail is 7.5 miles loop out and back. So it's what, about 3.5, a little over 3.5 miles. Goes up to Ross Dam. And I have never hiked this trail. At least I don't remember. Might have as a kid. We hiked so many trails back then I can't remember what was what. But, well, good. It's starting to climb already. Let's get going.
But did you know
So the first 1.5 miles or so of this trail is pretty unspectacular. A lot of second growth trees, real clear, very little underbrush, a lot of Oregon grape and ferns. But it's pretty, it's quiet, almost eerily so. I don't hear any birds. So, but yeah, it's nice up here. It's quiet. Temperature's just right. It's overcast. There's patches of blue up there, but it's pretty. It's a nice little hike. There are 3 major dams on the Skagit River. The Skagit River flows all the way up into Canada. Well, it used to anyways, until they dammed it up. The lowest dam is called Gorge Dam. You can't really, well, I guess, yeah, you can see it. There is an overlook for it. The second one is Diablo, which is what we crossed earlier. And the third one is the biggest one, and that's Ross Dam. Now that dam, the interesting thing about that dam is when you get to see it up here, it has these pockets all the way up the face of the dam. Now they did that with the idea that they would have to, or they might want to add on in future years. So they put those pockets in there so they could actually add on to the dam. It's really kind of an interesting concept. Now Ross Lake goes all the way up into Canada. So it's a fairly large lake, it's a fairly deep lake. But yeah, I can't wait to go up and see it. We're almost there. We've come 2.67 miles according to my fancy watch. Elevation gain of 676 feet, and apparently we are at 2,612 feet. We are actually in the Ross Lake National Recreation Area. Now my understanding is, if I'm not mistaken, which it's very rarely that I am, actually more than likely, the Ross Lake National Recreation Area is actually overseen by the National Park Service, which would be the North Cascade National Parks. Now the Ross Lake National Recreation Area circumvents Ross Lake, and that sits within inside the North Cascade National Park. Now the North Cascade National Park sits within the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest. Are you confused yet? Now here's the interesting thing about that is that, you know, I hike with Gus as much as we can. Now dogs are not allowed on trails in the National Park Service. The only place that I know where a dog can hike with its owner, or the owner, the human, can hike with its owner, the dog, which is my case, is from on the Pacific Crest Trail from Rainy Pass all the way down to the Skagit Valley Road. Dogs are allowed on that section of the PCT, which cuts through the North Cascade National Park. Now the restriction on that is that they have to be within 50 feet of each side of the trail, which I don't have a problem with. Now dogs are allowed on the North Cascade, no, not the North Cascade, the Ross Lake, are you confused yet? The Ross Lake National Recreation, providing their own leash, which Gus is. The only time he's off leash is when I'm filming shots. Dogs are allowed on leash within the North Cascade, or within the Ross Lake National Recreation Area. However, they are not allowed in the North Cascade National Park. Dogs are at all. You can't hike with them at all on any of the trails. The interesting thing is a lot of trails start in the National Forest, or start here in the Ross Lake National Recreation Area, and either cross into their destination in the national park or loop up through and back. So it can be kind of confusing, and quite honestly it doesn't make a lot of sense, but we stealth hike sometimes. So that's Ross Dam right there. You can see all those little pockets, looks like a checkerboard. I think those things are about 10 feet high, each one of them, if I remember correctly. We learned about that stuff when I was in high school. I grew up just not too far from here, and that was back when they taught, you know, US history and local history. It was really interesting why they built that, how they built it. So it's quite the structure. Well, it has been a gorgeous day. Gus is tired. It's been windy in spots up here. You might say it's been windier than a politician on a rally day during an election. Yeah, that's my political thing for the day. We're heading back down. Gus is tired. I think his feet are sore. Come on, Gussie. He doesn't want to lead anymore. He wants to follow. So, met a lot of cool people, a lot of dogs. But it's a pretty cool trail. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 7. There's not a lot of views. They're sporadic. You know, it's like this up here. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, yeah, it's not a bad trail. It gets me out and about. That's all that really matters, isn't it? So we're going to saunter on down. Well, so endeth another trip. It was a great day. A little anticlimactic down there by the suspension bridge at the end of the trail. A couple good views of Ross Dam. A couple good views of some of the mountains up in here. Met a lot of cool people. Man, it got busy there at the end of the day. Oh, I can't believe how many people. Parking lot's packed. They're parked all the way down the road. It's just absolutely incredible how many people are up here. Anyways, we're gonna head home because I'm tired and Gus is tired. Gus, are you tired? Gus is tired. Well, as usual, I'm gonna go home and self-medicate. Gus is gonna go ahead and sleep all the way down. And then as I'm probably sitting in a hot tub soaking away my sores, he's gonna sit there with his Frisbee in his mouth and wanna play. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button down there, leave a comment and all that good stuff. You know, all that stuff's gonna flash up here telling you what to do. So go ahead and pay attention and do what it's telling you to do. And we'll catch you on the next one.